posterior cranial fossa beneath this tentorium cerebelli. Tentorium cerebelli will be over here. So it is behind the pons and medulla. Look at it. This is pons. This
Ma'am,
is
slide is change
medulla.
होता है.
के रे साइड चेन्ज भएको छैन
Slide change then.
यो के आइरहेछ
त्यही 10 cerebellum भनेर.
खै त मैले त गरिसकेँ त अब के एन सो गर्यो अब देखिरहेछ भएको छैन
छैन छ
भयो.
अब किन नभएको त यो अब आयो क्यान यु सी दिस
आयो
Yes,
म्याम
ma'am.
So look at it. This is the cerebellum. Okay, it is situated in the posterior cranial fossa underneath the tentorium cerebelli. Behind this is the pons and this is medulla oblongata and this is fourth ventricle. So this fourth between the cerebellum and this pons and medulla oblongata, this is fourth ventricle. Okay, and it lies below the occipital lobe of the cerebrum. Okay. Just you have to remember it is part of hindbrain. It is situated in posterior cranial fossa and it lies behind the pons and medulla oblongata separated by this fourth ventricle. Can I change the slide? Dekho?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see this? So it has superficial this cortical gray matter. Can you see here? So this is the cortical gray matter. This is the cortex in which medullary core. This is white matter. Medullary core of white matter is entering like this. Okay, and you can see 4 pair of deep cerebral nuclei embedded in it. I'll discuss about this nuclei in next slide. Just you can see this is the cortex and this is medulla. Cortex is drawn into numerous folds and foli. So this because of this numerous folds and foli, it provides large area to accumulate in small space. So these are numerous foli. So only 15% of the cerebellum is neurons are exposed on the surface. All are 85% are buried at this inside in the bottom. Okay? Only so because of this large foli or numerous fissures like this, it can accumulate in small space. So white matter entering in the cerebral foli resembles like the arbovites tree. When you enter the gate, behind the right side of the NMC gate, you can see this arbovites tree, just like tree-like appearance. So cerebellum is also known as arbovites cerebelli. Okay, because of this tree-like resemble. Okay, how it is forming? Because medullary core white matter is entering inside the cortical gray matter. So this tree-like arbovites appearance is formed. Okay. So external feature, when you see the cerebellum, it has two surface, superior surface and inferior surface, and two notch. This is anterior cerebellar knots and this is posterior cerebellar knots. Look at it. This is anterior cerebellar knots and the posterior cerebellar knots.
Ma'am,
Three lobes.
change नै भएको छैन म्याम. तपाईको पुगिसक्यो. हाम्रो त्यो सेकेन्ड स्लाइडमै छु.
के हो चिनमा उ गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ कस्तो इरिटेटिङ रहेछ मनै लाग्यो चेन्ज भएन भन न त नि अब देख्छौ हेरे त क्यान यु सी दिस
येलो हेडलाइन वाला सेरेबेलम वाला मात्र पार्ट आयो अहिले.
अब अब एउटामा गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ के अब हेर त क्यान यु सी दिस Can you see the slide? Oh my
Yes,
God.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ए यो एउटा स्लाइडमा फेरि क्लोज गर्दै गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ अनि अघिदेखि नभनिकन के हेर So look at here. This is the superficial cortical layer of gray matter in which inner medullary core of white matter is and cortex. This gray matter cortex is thrown into numerous foli. Look at here. This is the folium. So this large area, surface area of can accumulate in the small area because of this folia. Okay, so large number of neurons can be accumulated in the small space because of the large number of folding or folium or fissure. Okay, so only 70% you can see from on the surface, and rest 80% it's buried inside. So white matter is entering in this gray matters, and it resembles the arboviatory cerebelli. Are you clear up to here? Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
very minimize.
ma'am.
I have to minimize it. Okay. के भएको यस्तो त हुनु नपर्ने फेरि इनलाज गर्नेवाला माई गड कस्तो इरिटेटिङ नाउ क्यान यु से दिस एक्सटर्नल फिचर हेलो
देखिरहेको छु, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हेलो
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हेलो भन्नु
Yes,
न
ma'am.
तपाईँ
Yes, ma'am.
सुपेयर सर्फेस बहुत तिमीहरूलाई अब नबोलेको यस्तो गर्छु नि प्र्याक्टिकलमा आउँदा सुपेयर सर्फेस एन्ड इन्फियर सर्फेस फेरि क्लासमा चाहिँ बोल्ने होइन and it has two nodes, anterior nodes and posterior cerebellar notch. Okay, and it has three lobe. This is anterior lobe. Look at you. This is anterior lobe. Can you see this? This notch is anterior lobe. Okay, and
Ma'am,
all
त्यो slide इन्लर्ट चाहिँ भएको छैन.
slide के भएको छैन?
इन्लार्ज चाहिँ भएको छैन. सानैमै देखाएको छ. अनि हजुरले त्यो पोइन्ट जहाँ गर्नुभएछ नि त्यो अलि साइडमा देखेको छ.
खै त अरे निश्चललाई फोन गर्नु पर्यो कि क्या अब देखियो हेर त अब देखियो
अहिले चाहिँ त्यो
No, ma'am.
सानै देखेको छ.
एकछिन है त म निश्चललाई फोन गर्छु हाँसेको सुखै भएन केही बुझे जस्तो पनि लागेन मलाई Do you understand? It's so irritating. My God. Please write down this figure, right? This one. अब तिमीहरू नेक्स्ट विक प्र्याक्टिकल क्लास आउँदा सबैजनाले लेखेर आउने है यो बुझ्यो बुझ्यो भने माई गड हेलो
बुझ्यो, ma'am.
यो फिगर बनाउने तीनटा फिचर अनि यो भर्मिसको सबै डिभिजन सबैले ड्र गरेर लिएर आउने A4 साइज पेपरमा अर्को हप्ता तिमीहरू आउँदाखेरि कलेज क्लासमा न त त्यो दिन एब्सेन्ट गरिदिन्छु म अनि बुझ्यो कि बुझेन सोध्नु पर्यो नि अनि पेडङ्कलबाट इन्फियरबाट के पास भयो सुपियरबाट के पास भयो सबै गर्ने है तीनटा लेखेर ल्याउने ल यो एउटा भयो अर्को सुपियरबाट मिडलबाट इन्फियरबाट एफ्रेन्ट र इफ्रेन्ट फाइबर लेखेर ल्याउने अर्को हिस्टोलोजी सेरिब्लमको मोलिकुलर ग्रानुलर र त्यो पर्किन्जी लेयर्स त्यतिले भयो त हेर चारजना अहिले एब्सेन्ट भयो एकैचोटि लिभ गर्छ क्यान आई लिभ के गरौँ हेलो हेलो
Yes, ma'am.
स्टुडेन्ट
Yes, ma'am.
आर यु देयर के गरौँ
Yes,
लिभ
ma'am.
गर्ने हो लिभ गर्ने हुन्छ
हुन्छ,
है
ma'am.
त
हुन्छ म्याम.
ल ल
हुन्छ.
तिमीले होमवर्क लिएर आउने है
Yes, ma'am.
सबैजनाले
ल, ma'am. हुन्छ, ma'am. ल.
You are getting me? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
L means lingula. After that, CL means central lobule. Then C means colmate. D means declive. After that, folium, tuber, pyramid, and uvule. Now, for lingula, look at here, there is no lateral extension. For lingula, there is no lateral extension. For central lobule, that it is called ala. AL means ala. After culmin, you'll get quadrangular lobule. This is QL. And for declive, lobular simplex. And for folium, superior semilunar lobule. So horizontal fissure will come. Then this is inferior semilunar lobule. Look at here. You can easily separate the superior semilunar lobule and inferior semilunar lobule. In this picture, look at here. This is superior semilunar lobule and this is inferior seminal lobule. Because you can easily see pyramid and uvula. Why? Because pyramid and uvula is already gone in the paleocerebrum. So this will be the Viva question, MCQ question, and theory question. So in archicerebrum, which part is involved? You have to remember foculonodular lobe and lingula. Similarly, in paleocerebrum, which is concerned, it consists of anterior lobe except lingula, and in posterior lobe, it consists of pyramid and uvula. Whereas rest of the it is largest present in the human being, neocerebellum, and it's concerned with the highly skilled movement. Chief connection is corticopontine cerebellum. Okay, so this is the morphological classification of the cerebellum. Okay, archicerebellum, paleocerebellum, and neocerebellum. First, in archi, you have to remember aquatic animals. So it is concerned with trunk only, and in terrestrial animal you have to remember limbs develop. So it concerns the movement of limbs. As in neurocerebellum, it is highly qualified in human beings. So skill movement can be done, okay, such as painting, writing, movement of the fingers like this. So this is the division: vestibulocerebral, spinocerebral, and neocerebral. So this is the division of the cerebellum. So in gray matter of the cerebrum, as I told you, it consists of cerebral cortex and cerebral nuclei. This nuclei of the cerebellum is very important. It should be on the tip of the tongue. The nuclei extend like this. So fastigial nucleus, globulous nucleus, emboliform nucleus, and dentate nucleus. Dentate one, this is dentate. So from medial to lateral, it will go like this. Fastigial nucleus, globulous nucleus, nucleus emboliform, and dentate nucleus. Whereas globus nucleus and emboliform nucleus is known as nucleus interpositus. Okay, so we display the cerebellum and we'll ask what are the nuclei present in the cerebellum. So this should be on the tip of the tongue. Okay, fastigious, globulous, emboliform, and dentate nucleus. Now, again, the peduncle is very important in case of cerebellum. So there are the pair of peduncle which connect the cerebellum with the brainstem. Okay, so there are three cerebellar peduncle: superior cerebellar peduncle, middle cerebellar peduncle, and inferior cerebellar peduncle. So this, look at here, this one be clear: superior cerebellar connecting to the midbrain, then middle cerebellar connecting to the pons, and inferior cerebellar connecting to the medulla oblongata. Okay. Which one figure is यो figure सानो भएर राम्ररी clear भएन. So just remember, superior cerebellum connects the cerebellum with the midbrain. Middle cerebral peduncle, it's connect the cerebellum with the pons. Whereas this inferior cerebral peduncle connecting it to the medulla oblongata. Hello, student. You are getting me? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just remember three peduncle connecting to the midbrain, pons, and medulla. Now this fiber conveyed by the cerebral peduncle, inferior peduncle. This is very important. We'll put the pin on the inferior peduncle. Okay, in this we'll put the here. This is the inferior peduncle. So we'll put the pin over here, and we'll ask the fibers. What are the afferent and efferent fibers passing through it? Or this may also come in MCQ Viva and in practical also. So in these are the afferent and efferent fibers which are passing through the inferior cerebral peduncle of the cerebellum. So this is vestibular. Afferent means what? It's coming toward the cerebellum. So vestibular cerebellar, anterior external arcuate fiber, posterior spinocerebellar tract, rostral spinocerebellar tract, cunocerebellar tract, olivocerebellar tract. Olivo and paraolivio, you can combine this it. And the reticular cerebellar fibers. These are the reticular cerebellar fiber. So we just make the formula. This is VASCOT, passcode. You put the name Dr. Passcode. then DR will be omit. Just remember V stand for vestibulocerebral. A stand for anterior external arcade fiber. S stand for spino, post spino. So there are two spino, posterior spinocerebral and rostral spinocerebral. C stand for cunocerebral. O stand for olivo. If you pronounce olivo, combine the para-olivo also. And T stand for the reticular. Now, in case of efferent fiber, you just remember VOR, VOR. So, cerebrovestibular fiber, cerebro-olivar fiber, cerebro-reticular fiber. You make the formula by yourselves. Okay, this is vascode, this is VOR. Okay. Now, in the middle cerebral peduncle, it's very easy. Middle cerebral peduncle have no enemy. So that means it doesn't have efferent fibers. Just remember that middle cerebral peduncle doesn't have any enemy. That means no efferent fibers. But as middle cerebral peduncle is connecting towards the pons, so fiber will be pontocerebral fiber coming from the pontine nucleus and the cerebrogenic fibers from the raphe nuclei of the pons. Okay? You're getting me? Do you understand? Middle cerebral peduncle connects to the pons. So from pontine nucleus, pontocerebral fiber is coming. And from the nuclei of the pons, cerebrogenic fiber coming. In middle cerebral peduncles, there is no enemy, so no efferent, no significant fibers is passing. Now talking about the superior cerebral peduncle, it has also afferent and efferent. In case of afferent is, just you remember ATN, no ATM. Okay, ATN, anterior spinocerebral tract, posterior and rostral, we have already studied in inferior. So anterior is present here. Anterior spinocerebral, tectocerebral, trigeminocerebral, and non-androgenetic fiber, ATN. And efferent is coming from dentate nucleus to the thalamus, so dentatothalamic fibers, and to the red nucleus, so cerebro-rubral fibers. Do you understand? You have to read 5, 6 times, 10 times, then only you will understand. So these are the, just remember in the inferior there are many. So inferior is very important. Just make the formula as vascode, vestibulocerebral, anterior external, posterior spinal, rostral spinal, whereas anterior is present in superior. So this will be again the MCQ question. Cuno-olivo-parieval. Efferent is VOR, cerebrovestibular, cerebro-olivar, cerebro-reticular. In case of middle, from the pons, so pontine neurons, pontocerebral and cerebrogenic fiber, no enemy. In case of superior cerebral, ATN, not ATM. So anterior spinocerebral, tectocerebral, trigeminocerebral, non-androgenetic. And efferent is from dentate nucleus of the cerebrum to the thalamus, so dentatothalamic, and to the red nucleus, so cerebro-rubral. Do you understand? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? So these are the blood supply of cerebellum. So superior cerebellar artery, SCR, branch of basilar artery, supplies the superior surface. Anterior ICA, that is anterior inferior cerebellar artery, AICA. ICA means AICA, that is anterior inferior cerebellar artery, branch of basilar artery. Now this is PICA. PICA is posterior inferior cerebellar artery, that is direct branch of vertebral artery. This is again the MCQ question. These two are branched from basilar artery, whereas PICA is branched from vertebral artery. So this is Viva question also. Posterior inferior cerebral artery is branch of vertebral artery, whereas anterior inferior is branch of basilar, and superior cerebral is branch of again basilar artery. Now functions: coordinates the movement of the same sides, coordinates the voluntary movements. It's control the tone, postures, and equilibrium. This is done by archicerebrum and pariecerebrum. This is done by the neocerebrum. So sometimes they will ask clinical, write down the clinical anatomy of cerebellum. This is so many points. So cerebral, what is cerebral syndrome? It is characterized by loss or decrease of muscular tone. That is muscular hypotonia. intentional tumor during movements, this shivering like, okay, and echidiosis, inability to perform the alternating movement. Nystagmus, to and fro movement of the eyeball will be stopped. Scanning speeds or dysarthria, incoordination of concern with speech. Speech will not be clear. Eye movement will not be possible. Okay, alternating movements of hand and will be impossible. There will be tumor presenting during movements. Okay, and loss of muscular tone. Another is ataxia, incoordination of muscles of trunk, pectoral region, and pelvic girdle. Tendency to fall on the side of the lesion, or this is called the gait of drunkenness. Okay, so these are the another is this is very important. Rhomboid sign positive. Patient will able to maintain upright position when the eye is open. Okay, when the eye is closed, patient will fall down. Okay, so this is called rhomboid sign possible. This is again the question. Rebound phenomena. So if patient will raise your hands, it's come back and it slap his or own cheek. So that rebounds phenomena will occur. Okay, when he raises his hand, it's rebounds back on his face. And lesions of the anterior lobe is due to the excessive intake of alcohol or malnutrition. Now another is the histology. This is very important. So these are the 3 points you have to remember. Histology of cerebral cortex. It has molecular layers, Purkinje layer, and granular layer. Please look at here. This is molecular layer. This is Purkinje fibers. So Purkinje layer. This is granular layer. So outer molecular layers, it consists of ciliate cells, basket cells, axon of granule cells, sensory climber fibers, dendrite cell, Purkinje and Golgi cells. You can see here. So this in the molecular layer you can see. Look at here. This is stellate cells. Now these are the axons coming from the Purkinje cells. Okay, these are the dendrites coming from the Golgi cells. All are present in the molecular layer, whereas in the intermediate layer, Purkinje layer, you can see the body of the Purkinje neurons. Look at it. This is the body of the Purkinje neurons. It's going upward. So this body of the Purkinje neurons, its dendrites will extend to the moleculars and axons mean synaptic connection with the deep cerebral nucleus in the middle core. Just see this picture. Now, what will happen? This dendrite will go to the molecular layer and it makes the synaptic connection, where its axons is going downwards to the deep nuclei. Okay, so these are the axons of the Purkinje. So what you have to remember, Purkinje neurons body lie over here, and these axons is going towards the deep nuclei, whereas dendrites of this will synapse in the molecular layers. Okay, so in molecular layer we are getting, look at here, basket cells, ascending fibers of granules of axons. Okay. In the granular layer, what is happening? Look at here, in the granular layer, cell body and dendrites of the granular cells will present over here, and Golgi cells and sensory mossy fibers with the synaptic bromelain. So first you have to remember this. What are the connection fibers? These are the mossy fibers. These are the cells of granular cells. So body will present here, axon, dendrite will go above and axon will come here. Similarly, in case of granular cells also, ascending branch of the axon will go to the molecular layers, whereas body is present in the granular layer. So first what you have to do is you have to divide into 3